Everybody, thank you so much for watching. My name's Nick from Hawk Pro Detailing, and today from Ceramic Pro. I want to talk to you, the professional detailer, the DIYer, maybe even one of my customers, about how to get the most out of your windshield coating. If you don't know about ceramic coatings on windshields, let me explain this a little bit. It's kind of like that Rain-X effect, but it is far more permanent. The water's going to bead, it's going to be so safe to be driving, you won't even need your windshield wipers most of the time. The water is just going to turn into beads and shoot off your windshield. I will link to a video above from my Ceramic Pro rep where he kind of explains a little bit more about ceramic coatings on your windshield. But I want to talk to you today about how to get the most out of your ceramic coating on your windshield. So I've got Ceramic Pro Rain here. This is the professional level product as an authorized installer I can apply. But let me tell you some of the things that I'm going to have. I've mixed up some rinseless wash, 1 ounce of rinseless wash to 2 gallons of water. That's just going to help me prep the windshield. But that's just where we start. The secret ingredient here is going to be mineral deposit remover. Mineral deposit remover is an amazing tool before you polish to remove any mineral deposits. Some folks polish off water spots, the water spots are gone, and then 2 weeks later they reappear, right, by magic. You've got to remove the mineral deposits first. So this is part of that. Rinseless wash, mineral deposit remover. Then we are going to polish the paint. And in this case, I prefer kind of a medium to heavy foam with hyper polish from Optimum Polymer Technologies. The reason I like Optimum Hyper Polish, which I don't always use for paint correction, is because it doesn't stain trim and it doesn't stain trim. So it's easy to use, and I can use it for things like polishing glass, and that's awesome. Doesn't stain trim, you don't have to worry about taping things up. Then you're going to want to make sure you've got a clay bar as well as part of prepping this windshield. And then you're going to want either Ceramic Pro Cleaner, which is kind of like your IPA wipe, or if you're at home and you buy one of these windshield coatings off of Amazon, kind of a consumer level product, you can get Duplicolor Paint Prep Spray, grease and wax remover at your local O'Reilly for about $7 or $8. It's very smelly, wear a respirator, but this stuff works awesome. So let me show you what I do. We'll go through the process from start to finish for amazing results. I'm not going to overthink my wash medium. I've just got a shop rag here with my rinseless wash on it. Kind of hot water so you can see it working there on the windshield. And just making sure that I'm very thorough, right? We're going to ceramic coat this. Ceramic coatings are one of those where you're really going for the closest thing to perfection you can accomplish. So a rinseless wash, just to make sure I've got as much grime off of this windshield before coating as possible. A wise man once told me, polishing without claying is like sex without foreplay. So think of this clay bar as your foreplay. I've got the windshield wet with my rinseless wash, and we just want to make sure we're cleaning this windshield, right? We want to make sure anything that is stuck to this windshield is gone. We want this as virgin as possible. So, claying the windshield, a very important process before we polish. Again, we're prepping this for superior results. We want this windshield coating to be as permanent as possible. Now, is our globe even permanent? I don't know. So what is permanency? Abrasion can reduce the performance of any ceramic coating, so with your windshield wipers it will break down the coating over time. But this is the real world. Nothing's perfect, and we're going for optimal performance with things that we can control. And now for the secret sauce. Now, a lot of folks will apply this on a sponge, but again, you don't have to overthink it. Mineral deposit remover, it's got kind of that gooey feel. That may be way too much, but you can see it there. What I want to do here is apply it to the windshield and let it dwell for a few minutes to let it do its thing. So it's going to go on real gooey, real goofy, but you just want to be redundant, get it on every possible surface. interesting smell to it. Working it in, working it in. Again, the redundancy just to make sure that it is fully on that windshield before I give it that dwell time. Just for fun, I'll put a little bit more on my rag. If I'm guilty of anything, it's overusing products, right? Now, I've seen a video where Ivan LaCroix says it's best to pressure wash this off, right? But you can wash it off with your rinseless wash. That's not a huge deal. So I'm going to give this some dwell time. Again, the redundancy of having this everywhere on that windshield. Let it sit for a few minutes. And we shall be right back. And you can see kind of this gooey film on the windshield as I do a little bit of this. Gives you a sense of what's on there. I'm not sure how the camera's picking it up. Again, pressure washing this off would probably be ideal. I'm not overthinking this. My rag has got my rinseless wash on there. Low nap towel seems to work pretty well here. Not sure how much of this I'm just working in and how much I'm removing. So let's take a dry towel and try to do this. Eventually I'm going to polish this glass so it's not super critical that everything's gone, but at the same time, you do want to try to get as much off as you can. Swapping out to fresh towels because I'm crazy like that. Rinseless wash soaked, dry towel. Some might call this crazy, but we're called detailers for a reason, right? Something's wrong in our head, and we sweat all the details. Maybe we're a little crazy. So once we're ready for polishing, you could probably go either way on this. I like a little paint prep just to make sure that I'm getting everything off of the windshield. That's kind of got that glass smell, so again, your IPA wiped down. You're just trying to get this windshield as virgin as possible. Now this would be before the coating as well, but for redundancy's sake, I just want to get all the crud off the windshield that I've been moving around before I polish. Ceramic Pro Cleaner, paint prep, whatever you want to do. Okay, you guys, we're getting so close. Finally, we want to polish, right? We want that abrasion to remove anything left on this windshield to prep for maximum superior results. We want that coating to bond to the paint. First, we need to remove anything that might get in the way. By the way, I highly recommend this McKee's Carolina detailing cart. I've got it plugged in behind me, right over here, and then I plug in my polisher, and then this cart basically follows me around wherever I go. So I can move the cart over there, and then I've got more cord for my polisher. Sure, you can plug in other spaces, but it's got all these cup holders, and I can put my rinseless wash or my pad washer right here. I'll link up to a pad washer video above, but yeah, I'm loving this cart. Do you need it? I don't know. but I sure do love it. We're quarantined, we want to organize, we want to get our lives together. It's pretty amazing. And this is one of those cases where I really love the Optimum system. Just a couple sprays of the Hyper Polish, and we're ready to go. You don't have to overthink this, you guys. You're not going for tick-free, swirl-free results. You just, with the windshield, polishing's easy. You know, DIYers at home, you could put some polish on a rag and work it in real hard, and that would be perfectly acceptable as well. For those of you who haven't used Hyper Polish before, it has insanely long working time. It's got that oily look. It'll just let you work it almost forever. And maybe this is me being silly, but just wanting to clean the pad off a little bit. I'll do one more spritz just for fun. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. That was way too much polishing. But like I said, I like to overdo it, be redundant, make sure we're doing it well. Doing it and doing it and doing it well. Yeah, I'm a little crazy. We are so close. I'm gonna wipe off the polish. Hyper Polish, super easy wipe off. You could use an O&R dampened rag. You could use your paint prep at this point. I'm gonna get there, so I'm not overly worried about it. Just trying to remove this polish before we paint prep, before we coat. Yeah, I still see it's kind of oily on there, so that's definitely where the paint prep is going to come in. We want to remove all this polish residue. Some polishes out there have fillers, right? You don't want fillers with the ceramic coating. You want this virgin windshield for maximum adherence. Yeah, Hyper Polish wipe off is so easy. Okay, the moment of truth has arrived. I'm gonna mask up with this respirator. I've got my Duplicolor prep spray. Ceramic Pro Cleaner is great. This stuff is really strong. I know it works well. Be careful with this, it's very smelly. I've got some low nap towels. So we're gonna prep the windshield and then we're gonna coat it.
This here is a brand new sponge. At this point, we are going to invest in the purity of something brand new. I'm going to prime the applicator pad. That's probably way too many drops. I don't care. So the idea is to go the direction the wind goes, is the way they instruct it. Up and down, 10 or 15 times. Let it sit on the glass for a minute or so, and now wipe off the high spots.
Alright, let's take it to the next level, guys. Ceramic Pro Rain needs 10 minutes, and then you can do a second coat. So we're going to do 2 coats on here. Durable, amazing. Here we go. Okay guys, I had a chance to pull it out. It's actually raining out here, so there might be some water drops on there anyway. But I want to show you some hydrophobic properties. See the way it just runs away on that glass? Now to the untrained eye, this might not look like much, but the water is beating up and it is just running away. When you're driving, the water droplets are going to go this way, giving you a huge amount of visibility in the rain. How cool is that?